Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Feel free to like, comment, share and subscribe. Today I want to show you about the new £20 note, and then there'll be others out there which you can get more details on as you like, but this one's also about the new, the old, coming off circulation this year during pandemic and going out of circulation with a tip. If you have lots of really old notes like I did, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, chicken monkey, if you don't mind, need to move you out of the way. If you can see here, this new £20 note, it's just packed with security features. The first thing about this new note is that it's polymer or plastic. It's not really actually plastic, but it's polymer, and it's to replace the old £20 note, which is something like this, which is slightly bigger and was the most forged banknote in the UK. Even though it's got some security features, it's just not got as many as the new one, but we'll get to that in a little while. So let's have a look at this new one. If you can see, it's got all new, lots of colours to defeat the counterfeiters. A spectrum. It's got two transparent windows, of which one has got a golden hologram in it on one side, and if you reverse it, it's got a silver hologram on the reverse side, making it harder. And if you look closely at the smaller window and you tilt it, you can see some figures in it. Let's try and do this against some white paper. If you can see that, it might be really hard to see, but I can see it here. I'll do that close up, if you can hopefully see that. It also has the silver strip, which is hologrammed on both the top and the bottom with the crown, and it's in multicolours, and with the 20 both in words, both words as you turn it, and also in multicolours to make it even harder. That's only on one side, but there is a little hologram here at the top. Even the printing numbers are different colour coded to make it even more harder. Has the Queen's image on the front and on a third hologram here with raised bumps for Braille, for those who can't see or who need to use or want to use Braille to help you identify the note, with extra features like this gold seal here with the Queen on the front, and Turner, the painter in his youth, and the fighting Temeraire, I believe this is, on the reverse, with numbers again down the side, multicolours as you can see in the sunset in this Turner painting, and the fighting Temeraire. And if you've ever wondered, an additional feature, these yellow dots, which are on both sides of the note, including the old £20 note, which you might be able to see more clearly. I'll leave it like this, and then reverse it. Should be able to see the dots now here and here. This is an anti-printing security feature. So for all printers, if they come across these dots, they won't be able to print notes just to make a simple print of them. Print. It's to defeat the purpose of all printers. It's an agreement banknote manufacturers came up with, those who make printers, to defeat copying notes on a huge scale. Of course, notes have to get more sophisticated. The old note, if you can see here, has a hologram silver strip down the side, which if you can see carefully changes from 20 to a pound sign, back to the 20, and a silver strip on the back of the old note. Now this new note came into circulation on February the 20th, 2020. And of course it usually lasts about 6 months, and it goes out of, they announce the date it will go out of circulation, and thereafter you can exchange it at banks for a little while, and thereafter, in theory, if it's years down the line, at the Bank of England in the UK, or you can take it to banks, and that's the next tip. So for these old notes, I had a whole pile of old notes, not just these ones that's changed in 2010, but ones previously from a relative who passed away who had notes even older than that. And I had to consider going to the Bank of England, which, although I live in London, that's relatively easy. I was thinking, how do other people from across the country go and do that if they want to do it? And I did look into it again at the end of last year, and these notes are really old now, some of them, and it did say, I noted on the Bank of England website, the queues are very, very long, because lots of people must be wanting to exchange their money and to view the Bank of England in a museum or the facilities that they can view there. But it also said, take it to your local bank, which is what I did. I had a couple of 20s and a 5 and maybe a 10, I'm not sure about that one. And it said, and what she did, she took it, she didn't even look at the numbers, and she had a little pile, which means people had been given in. She had a little list down on the side of it. People give it in, and every 6 months, a year, they send that into the Bank of England. Job done. Just go to your local branch, hand it over, and they'll take it, so long as it's all genuine. And I got that done, and it's as simple as that. I didn't think I'd get hold of a new one because during the pandemic, this came out in February, and that's about the time we were having the coronavirus problems, and then we went into lockdown in about March, and I didn't go out to get one. My sister brought some food round, being in lockdown isolation, and she had one of these which she was just not using, and she gave this one to me to have a view. And if we look at it against a £10 note, which I do have, you can see not only both polymer, the £10 note is a bit smaller, and if I put the £5 note as well, that's even smaller. And if you want to see them all together, just to give you an idea, and if I just put it on top of the 20, just to show you, it's smaller than the 10 and the 20, and the 10 is smaller than the 20. On the reverse side, hologram and hologram with Churchill on the reverse of the 5. And if you can see, as they were slightly older, they both have transparent windows, but not the double transparent windows of the new £20 note and holograms. It does have, the new £10 note came with the hologram, as did the 5, but no second hologram transparent window, at least. And I think the silver strip is hidden, it's not even in here at all, but they did go with the windows. And it's a gold on the front of the 10 and silver on the back with a pound sign, again in different colours, with a rainbow silver hologram top and bottom, and there is a transparent window in here with the Queen on the side, and the same again on the 5 with the gold and silver on the back. And there's the other second hologram on the back in colours to make it more defeating of anyone who tries to counterfeit it, with again the dots to defeat the printers, to try anyone copying, along with all the colour to make it even harder. Then this is all the polymer plastic money that the UK is exchanging and changing with another over 30 countries around the world, finally moving away from paper, which only leaves the largest note left, the 50, which should be changing at a later stage. They were not going to do it originally, but they were going to. But with the pandemic, these notes will probably take a while to come out now, as other things obviously take more priority. But if you do have old notes, like I said, your local branch should change them. I did. My notes were pre-2010 and I changed them at the end of last year, 2019, and this one came out in 2010 and is now old, out of date, or will go out of circulation soon, and it was pre this, and they took it, and this one's going out of circulation, so that's simple as that. And that's that. Hopefully that's a lot of information for you. And Cheeky Monkey approves, and he likes this new note. He's also eyeing it up. I think he wants it. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.